Hi, I'm Sophie, and I'm here today to talk to you about Spotify, more specifically, their annual Wrapped campaign. This digital marketing campaign is seriously hard to miss. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, here's the breakdown. Spotify is an online audio streaming service that was founded in 2006, and since its launch has been a large part in completely changing the way that we listen to music. It offers a freemium subscription in which users are able to listen to music for free with ads, or a paid monthly subscription in which users can listen to music ad-free. Spotify is currently the market leader in online music streaming, with a dominating 32% market share. As it stands today, Spotify has a whopping 345 million users and 115 million paid subscribers. So, out of all those listeners, who is their target audience? Being a music streaming service, the key identifier here is age, as other factors such as gender or race have little variation across platforms. As of March 2018, the largest concentration of Spotify users is within the 24 to 35 age bracket, who make up 29% of users. This is then closely followed by 18 to 24-year-olds, who make up a further 26%. This means with more than half of their listeners under 35, they have a relatively young listenership in comparison to their competitors such as Apple Music. So, what actually is the Wrapped campaign? Well, it was created by Spotify in 2016 and is released annually at the end of the year. It compiles your streaming data from that year and presents to you your listening statistics. Each year it includes categories such as your most listened artist, your top genre of music, and how many minutes you have spent listening. To keep each campaign as interesting as the last, they have new additions each year. For example, with the 2020 campaign, the introduction of your top podcast. Designed with bold colours and aesthetically pleasing layouts, they make for some seriously shareable content. I have chosen to talk about this campaign in particular, as I know at the end of each year when December rolls around, I myself am eagerly awaiting the annual release of the Wrapped campaign, so that I can share and compare my stats that I receive with my friends. Take a look at some of my data I received from the #2020 Wrapped campaign. Do you have a similar music taste to me? Did you manage to be in the top 1% of listeners for a particular artist? The campaign undoubtedly strikes up interesting and entertaining conversation, as well as a sense of competition. So how has Spotify managed to create a digital marketing campaign that stirs such a massive conversation both online and offline? Well, I hope to give you some insight today into a few ways Spotify has cleverly shaped this campaign. I'm going to be looking at the objectives of the campaign, how successful it was in reaching those objectives, and finally I will be suggesting some potential recommendations for the 2021 upcoming Spotify Wrapped campaign. Campaign objectives. Spotify themselves state that the aim of the campaign is to tell a story through data. If they are able to successfully create a story people are interested in, it will then lead to their next objective, which is engagement. Engagement here means getting people talking and sparking an exciting discussion that people want to be a part of. Of course, the underlying objective of the campaign is to get new users and new subscribers for the platform. So, what are some of the ways Spotify has curated the campaign so that it fulfills these objectives amongst its target audience? One of the clearest ways is through its owned media. Within the campaign, Spotify includes clear share to social media options shown to each user at the end of receiving their year in review. This feature ensures the ability to share across multiple channels is frictionless and therefore leads to the creation of earned media, online word of mouth. Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat are all dominated by users in Spotify's target audience age range, and so making it easy to share to these platforms ensures the online discussion will take place and target their intended audience. It also means the debates and memes that stem from the campaign are organic and user-generated, so is seen as more authentic. The real key to success of the campaign is FOMO, fear of missing out. Imagine you open up your phone to see all of your friends at a party you are not invited to. This is the feeling Spotify manages to create for those that are not able to join into the annual community discussion. Emotion is an important driver for action, and this sense of FOMO is likely going to be what draws users into trying Spotify. So, is the campaign successful? The short answer is yes. In 2019, 60 million users engaged with the feature, and its content was shared over 40 million times. The success of the social media sharing can also be seen in the fact that there was over 1.2 million posts related to Spotify Wrapped on Twitter alone in 2019. The campaign gives them a clear competitive advantage and is successful in meeting all of their objectives. Some recommendations I would have for the campaign going forward would be to look at making the content shareable to TikTok, as it is currently a platform that is growing at a rapid rate, and whose majority of users are just below Spotify's target audience age range. So success on this platform could mean a lot of potential future listeners. I would also suggest that they continue to advance their focus on podcasts, as this is also an emerging trend amongst their target audience, with more 18 to 24-year-olds listening to a podcast for the first time in 2020. Thank you for listening.